Hello everyone, and welcome to Module 5 in Week 5, Nursing 323, Health Assessment for Registered Nurses. I'm Dr. April Bice, and I'll be talking to you a little bit about what to find in your module for this week. Alright, so for this week, we will be focusing on the breasts, respiratory, and cardiovascular system. As usual, you do have your module overview here, as well as student learning outcomes or student objectives. But let's focus more on your to-do list. In your to-do list, you have a series of the PDF forms that are key points and tips that you can use to help you formulate your questions, your subjective and objective assessment with Tina in your Shadow Health assignments. Let's open this for a second. Alright, so you'll have one of these tip sheets as we have previously discussed in other weeks. The breast and renal lymphatic system is one that I wanted to open because there are certain things that you would obviously assess in a female that you wouldn't assess in a male. So be sure that you're going over these key points and looking at puberty and developmental changes, as well as the different changes in the breast with regard to pregnancy, lactation, and postpartum. I won't open the rest of these, but they are essentially the same as the first with regard to key points, guidelines, and a discussion on how you can best formulate your assessment with regard to the lungs, the heart, neck, and vessels, and the peripheral vascular system. Your next assignment for this week will be to participate in the discussion forum. In this week's discussion forum, you have a case study as you do in the rest of your discussions, but we'll be discussing a 60-year-old white female who's a police officer. As usual, we have subjective, objective data as well as diagnostic studies and some discussion questions that we would like for you to focus on and provide answers to. As usual, your answer is due primary posts Wednesday night at 11:59 p.m. and your secondary response posts to your classmates are due on Friday night at 11:59 p.m. Alright, as in previous weeks, we do have several videos here for you to help with your assessment and your learning on objective information collection with regard to physical exam for all of the systems that we're focusing on here this week. In addition to the discussion board, you have your Shadow Health cardiovascular assignment, a Shadow Health concept lab, a Shadow Health respiratory assignment, and a Shadow Health respiratory concept lab. So as in the first week, your concept labs are not going to be for a grade, but they are required for you to pass the Shadow Health cardiovascular assignment. The concept lab is a place where you can go to listen to sounds of auscultation. Basically and essentially will help you to identify abnormalities. These may be things that you have already come into in your practice, but again, if some of you are outside or in a specialty area, then you could use some refreshers on these, so I would definitely recommend reviewing the videos and paying particular close attention to the concept labs. Again, the cardiovascular concept lab and the respiratory concept lab are not for a grade, they are simply to be completed prior to completing your respiratory assignment and your cardiovascular assignment. As in your previous single system exam assessments, your cardiovascular and respiratory assignments are due this week by the end of the week. We have the single system exam rubric here for you, the same Heart and Neck Vessels chapter PDF tip sheet, as well as a peripheral vascular tip sheet, and as usual, I have the tips and tricks for talking to Tina within Shadow Health. Remember, most importantly, when talking to Tina, you want to provide directness and context. Lastly, for this week, as usual, you want to be sure that from weeks 2 to 6, you are revising goals, documenting your goals and your progress with regard to your wellness plan and your wellness growth. We're getting close to the time that this personal wellness plan will actually be submitted now. This personal wellness plan will be submitted in week 7 of this course. All right, that's all I have for you in Module 5, Week 5. As usual, if you have any questions, please be sure to post course questions in the discussion board under the Learning Cafe. And if those questions are more personal in nature or individualized, feel free to email me. Have a great week.